you. Wow, Paul, it's looking really good. So we're down at the allotment, it's Sunday morning, and we're doing an allotment update, and I've not been here for a while, and it's looking really neat and tidy, Paul.
Well, this one is, because this one has less frogs and slow worms on it. So
right, so you've been able to strim.
Really strim it and stuff. But you can see that the onions are beginning to bulb up. Some of the smaller ones were ones that were planted as replacements in the spring.
They're looking really good.
But they're looking good. And the red onions, these are the ones that have, I think virtually every one of these has bolted, but we've taken the flower spike off, so we'll have to use these first. Red onions aren't your favourite, are they?
No, they're not, but I do eat them.
Hopefully you'll prefer these.
I'm sure they'll be great.
In this bed we have slug disaster.
Oh dear.
So this was a line, I'm not sure if you can see in here, of 6 hispy cabbage, of which effectively I think we've got 2 or 3 left.
Okay.
These are our beans. These are...
They're all looking good.
Yeah, these are...
A few munches here and there.
Yeah, especially that one over there.
Oh dear, that one has been...
But hopefully the shoots will come from below and start climbing up. But these went in about 4 or 5 days ago, and these are runner bean black beauty, which we're going to be using mainly for drying. Then we've got our mange tout in this front row.
Yeah.
And then peas in these back rows. Again, I think there's been a bit of munching, but not too bad on those.
It's not a disaster.
No. Broad beans, which was a spring sowing. This used to have the netting on it, and I've taken the netting off so that the bees can get into the flowers, because these are just about to start flowering. But what I'll have to do again today is spray with washing up liquid, because there's some black fly beginning to come, particularly. There's a fresh lot of black fly.
Let's have a look.
There. And you see there's an ant there.
Hold on. Oh yeah.
Those milk the aphids.
Okay.
Ow. And they also nip.
Oh.
Another slug disaster is our carrots here.
Oh
which
dear.
we've had 3 sowings of carrots in here, and these are the only carrots that are left, so I've decided that we're not going to sow any more carrots in here. We'll mostly sow something else in here and just see how it goes. But once we took the netting off and put this black netting on, the slugs got in much more easily. These are the late strawberries,
Okay.
which are doing really well. These are really strong plants. We saw those being potted up. They've all got runners on, so I'll need to take those runners off, because that will take away the first year from the fruit.
Well, they've got plenty of fruit on them, haven't they?
Yeah.
So this is, what are these, Paul, here? These beans?
Are our Borlotti beans.
Borlotti, okay.
They're doing fine.
Yeah, they all look good.
That one's been eaten by slugs. Once the It's not. You don't worry about the bottom leaves being eaten by slugs. It's when the top gets eaten.
Or they eat right through the stem at the base?
Yeah, but they don't normally do that with beans.
Okay.
I always plant 2 beans per station, and where there's only 1 bean, if you'll notice here, there's another bean coming up, which I sowed into the ground when I planted this up.
I can't really see.
In just a few days.
It's too dark. You're in the shade.
So that bean's come up in about 4 or 5 days, maybe a week. And then we have, in the middle here, we have 2 butternuts.
Okay.
Which hopefully will climb onto the beans once the beans come up. Then these are our pink Bulgarian and Amish paste tomatoes.
Okay.
Which, again, there's a bit of slug damage over there. Don't know if you can see the second one in on the last low. The top has been taken off, but hopefully a side shoot will come from that, and that will become the main stem to fruit. Gosh, they've got thorns there. See, this is where you get itchy, isn't it? Yeah. And thorns on the top.
I can see the thorns. Yeah, and what's it called again?
Litchi tomato.
Litchi, and they've got thorns.
And they haven't been had by the slugs, not surprisingly.
Well, maybe you should do all of those next time.
Yeah, but they're very small cherries, I think.
Well,
but we'll see.
Doesn't matter if you get lots.
And then these here, planted quite closely, these 6. These are our uchiki curry.
Okay, yeah.
A few dock leaves in the middle there. 1 eaten sunflower there. Those are okay. And these 4 are the Crown Prince. Now these are all planted quite close, but what I hope is that they're going to spread onto the path.
Okay, what are these?
Comfrey.
Oh, right.
And then if we go around here,
you're
away from the sun.
Lovely flowers on these, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like little bells. Let's see if we can zoom in.
I think this is the Bocking 14, which is sterile. So you can only do it from root cuttings.
Oh, that's quite pretty. Okay.
So in this bed we have chickpeas.
So let's zoom in. They're pretty leaf, aren't they? They
Very
remind me
pretty.
of
We're growing these.
they remind me of that plant. Is it Jacob's Ladder?
Yeah.
Reminds me of that. I don't know whether you can see that. I haven't a clue what I'm filming because the sun is so direct, and I've got my sunglasses on as well. So apologise if you can't see anything.
We're filming. We're growing these. We were going to put celery in here, but the celery wasn't doing anything at that time. So Vivi planted chickpeas. So we thought that we'd have a go. So just went to a supermarket and got some organic chickpeas, and these are coming up well.
Great.
Where there are gaps, I've planted more chickpeas, so hopefully those will come up. I'm not sure if they're not a bit too close, but we'll see. These here, I don't know if you can see these, are Croatian cabbage. Got 5 Croatian cabbage that we were given.
Well, I can't see properly because it's partially in shade, so yeah. So what am I actually looking at? Can you point to it from the other side?
This here is Croatian cabbage.
Croatian cabbage, okay. Well, it doesn't look much at the moment. It looks a bit like a spinach.
Yeah, they went in about a week ago.
Yeah.
So there's 5 of them.
And are these garlics?
These are further onions.
Oh, they're onions, okay. Lovely, okay.
And then in here...
Hold on a second. Okay.
This is a bed of cauliflower.
Ooh, cauliflower, my favourite.
So we have 8 in here, and we've got some more cauliflower, and we've got some broccoli plants at the top plot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring those into here They're just little seedlings at the moment. So we're going to bring them into here so that they don't get done by the cabbage white butterfly. And then at the end here we have a Indian cabbage, which is a bit like a perennial kale.
Okay.
So that's those two. So that will get really about 3 foot high and will come up with side shoots.
Okay.
Not sure why that's there. Don't know what that is. This is our carrots and our parsnip bed. Again, 3 sowings of carrots in here. You can see these bigger ones are the early ones. And then these are our parsnips, this side, which have had a second sowing again. So the smaller ones in the middle are the second sowing. So again, this was slugged out.
I'm just gonna have a little look.
On cutting bench.
I'm just having a little look at the sky, because there's loads of plane trails this morning, beautiful clouds, but we don't have any planes coming over us today, and it's the 3rd day by the looks of it that we're not going to have any planes, which I'm immensely happy about. But it's a beautiful blue sky. In fact, it's a beautiful morning. Very warm already in the sun.
There's a plane going into Heathrow.
Yeah, there. I don't know whether you can see that in the distance. Plane landing at Heathrow. But they're not taking off over us today, thank goodness. So you were saying, Paul, this is your...
our cutting bench here.
Yeah.
With quite a few different cuttings on it and different plants. We've got some rosemary in there, which will be going to the Hanwell Carnival to raise money for the allotment fund. There's also some buddleia cuttings in there that will be going. And there's a little angelica on the left corner, the left back corner here, which is up there simply because if I put it in the ground... Oh,
it'll get eaten.
It gets eaten.
Yeah. We tried angelica in the garden and it just...
munched.
Got eaten straight away. Okay. Okay, so we go to the top plot now. Can't believe it feels so warm. I'm not used to being in direct sun. Oh, lovely rose. Beautiful. There's the magpie over there. I wonder if that's the one that Paul saved. Lovely poppies, look at these. Aren't they beautiful? And chickens over there. Sorry girls, I'm not here to see you. I'm not here to feed you. Okay, so here we are at the top plot.
So this is our tomato bed up here. These are Marmande, and those 3 there are the San Marzano Red Plum, those 3.
Right, well they'll all look the same to me.
Yeah, they'll look the same at the moment, but they will be different. These have now taken quite well. They've grown maybe a foot since they went in. They were planted quite deep, so these have been planted at least, I think, 10 inches into the ground. so I've grown a good foot since. There's plenty of flowers coming on them, but also what is coming is side shoots like that down there, which need to be taken off because these are tall, so you don't want side shoots on tall ones. Over there we have a cardoon coming up, the flower of a cardoon, which is related to a
let's just have a little, related to an artichoke, is it?
Artichoke.
So I can't even see what I'm doing. I don't know whether you can see that. Okay.
And then this is the plot that yesterday I was strimming here, but the strimmer broke, so didn't really get done what I need to get done. But this is the one that's got lots of frogs and slow worms on it. In this bed is
don't know whether you can see that, guys, because it's really in shade.
Is Black Beauty, and yeah, these are the Black Beauty runner beans. Down there we have Madeira Maroon.
And they're starting to climb.
Yeah, and they go, this one sort of needs a bit of help, but I'll have to tie that in, but they go anti-clockwise round the post, so don't, if you're trying to tie something in, don't try it clockwise because they go anti-clockwise. As you can see, or if you can see, these others go anti-clockwise.
But different plants do different...
They do
grow in different directions, don't they?
Most grow in one direction.
Okay.
Then
I know there's
here,
a word for that, but I can't quite remember it.
No, I don't know what it is.
There is a word, I do remember it from
then here
whatever
we have a
study I did.
Morning Glory, which is a flower that we were given by another plot holder.
Morning Glory, where?
Yeah.
Looks like a bean.
Yeah, it looks like a bean, that's why I put it there.
Okay.
And here again is more disaster. 5 courgettes and only 2 surviving. This is another flower.
Sorry, you did that very quickly, I didn't see
this
what...
This isn't a courgette, this is a different flower I was given. But
right,
these 2
that's
courgettes
a courgette,
are the only
and that one with
surviving.
my head shading it. Okay, it's difficult to film at this time of day because of the shadows. So I do apologise to the viewers.
You can see here, this one, slugs, completely munched. So that's completely gone. But this, these are the wool pellets
that clearly didn't do any work at all.
Didn't do any good. And you can see that one there.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll come back.
Wool pellets don't seem to work.
No. This year, slug defences and snail defences just seem to be a waste of money. You just got to... There's that adage, plant 1 for the slugs and plant 1 for yourself, but I think you need to plant 1 for yourself and 5 for slugs.
So this is looking very nice, this bed, very healthy, and that one over there.
So this is our late potatoes here.
Yeah.
And these are the early potatoes.
Look at those lovely flowers, aren't they beautiful? Let's zoom in on that. Aren't they lovely? They're so nice. Sweet.
So, as Monty Don was saying the other day, you don't really know what's below, even though you might have a huge amount of top growth. You don't know what's below.
Well, we learned that a few years ago when we did them in those buckets, and we got beautiful lush growth, and then we opened it and there was two tiny potatoes. Mm.
These are boar beans, and again I'm keeping on top of the aphids on these with washing up liquid, but you can see
there's a lot there, aren't there? Can we see that? Not sure we can. Yeah. But that doesn't affect the plant too much?
If you don't get rid of you can nip out the top,
Yeah.
Or keep on top of spraying with
Have they
liquid.
got pods on them?
That's got pods on.
Oh yes, yeah. Hold on, let's have a look at the pod again. It's in shade, so
this is
I can't actually see what I'm doing.
Up here.
Yeah, I can't really see much. Just about to see the pods.
But what will happen if you don't keep on top of the aphids? You can nip out the tops, and that will discourage the aphids. But if you don't keep on top of the aphids, what you have is you'll have a crop at the bottom, but nothing further up. Some Nigella, I think this is.
What are these that are growing down here?
Oh, those are radish.
I don't know whether you can see this, guys, but these little plants down here. Radish.
And here is some transplanted beetroot.
Beetroot. Okay, and then the garlic bed, which...
Garlic bed.
I think they're almost ready, aren't they?
Yeah, we're going to pick those up in about 10 days' time, something like that.
They're quite yellow, aren't they? And you've got flowers growing in there.
This is Nigella,
Love in a Mist.
Love in a Mist, yeah.
Let's get a close-up of the Love in a Mist. Love in a Mist. It's beautiful. Close in on that. Focus. Isn't that lovely? Love in a Mist. Amongst the garlic. Okay.
Okay, so we pulled up our shallots that were in that bed over there.
Okay, yeah.
But they were completely engulfed by seeds, and we need to sort out that other bed over
And
there.
the apple tree is, I don't know whether you remember, but we filmed the apple tree in bloom a bit earlier in the season, and as you can see, it's absolutely covered in fruit. I'm quite sure we'll probably lose quite a lot of
We should lose about,
these.
we most probably lose about half in the June drop, what they call the June drop, which is when ones that aren't going to mature fall off. But if we don't have much June drop, then we need to thin them.
So this space here, is it yours?
Yeah, that's going to be where the peppers go.
Just here? Okay. A little sort of space there, gap. Okay.
And again, beyond that, we have things that need weeding, but again, that's where the slow worms sit.
Okay. I don't know if anybody's not seen a slow worm. It's kind of like a sort of grey, silvery, small snake. And they're apparently a legless lizard. I have seen a couple. Magpies flying around. And they're very sweet, actually.
And they're
very
totally
sweet.
non-dangerous as well.
Yeah, and they don't, you know, they don't bite or anything like that. Okay,
We've
so
got plenty of fruit coming. We'll have some fruit maybe tonight from the strawberries.
well, let's try and catch a couple of strawberries. There we are. You can see the. I mean, last year we had literally never-ending supply during strawberry season, didn't we?
Yeah.
We just ate strawberries for weeks on end every evening after our dinner. And that's lovely.
Not in there.
Oh, there.
Oh, there's the frog, yeah.
He's down there somewhere, yeah. Don't frighten him.
There he is.
There he is. Oh, bless. Don't know whether you can see that. It's very dark. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Let's leave him.
So
I don't want to frighten him. We've got quite a good frog population up here. So, polytunnel. Oh, it'd be nice to get out the sun, actually. Whew, I don't know how you do it, to be honest. I really don't. It's far too warm already, and it's only 9 o'clock in the morning, 8:30, 9 o'clock.
So here we've got broad beans, which
look as though they need to be.
I'm going to pull all of those today.
You know, they need to be harvested, I think, don't they? Or else they'll get too big.
Well,
we want them
also
small
need
and
the
sweet.
ground, so we're going to pull those up. We're still harvesting from these lettuce.
Yeah, we're having lettuce every night, every day, twice a day sometimes.
At the back here we have our marmande.
Okay.
Inside.
Well, yeah, can't really see them, but
more lettuce coming. These are inside cucumbers, which will be going where the raw beans are. Just planted up some blue nasturtium seeds for the Hanwell Carnival to sell on our stand. And then these are the shallots underneath that I pulled up.
oh, they're not very big, are they?
No, really
Oh dear.
Disappointing.
They're more like
Crop.
spring onions.
Yeah.
Really?
So
I suppose they're edible, aren't they?
They're edible, but
chop them
I
up
think
and use them as an ingredient in a sauce, maybe.
Well, we'll see how pungent they are.
See what
to
they
the
taste like. Well, I mean,
and if they taste okay for salads, we'll have them in salads.
Yeah.
But if they don't, we'll just cook with them.
Yeah, that's a shame. Oh well. Maybe not bother with those again then.
Snail.
Oh, snails. Honest, don't throw it into the beds. Okay.
And then over here.
Sorry about swinging you around too quickly there.
These are more cauliflower. There.
Okay.
This is broccoli. That's cauliflower. This is broccoli here.
Cauliflower and broccoli.
And then over here we have a bench of stuff. This is, well, that's a flower I've been given. These are spare pumpkin seeds, pumpkin plants. These are our peppers, but they really have been ravaged with leaf curl. And I'm told that they're going to survive. Maybe they will, because if you look in the middle, that one is coming up. The leaves are curled there and there and there, but this is coming up okay, so fingers crossed, because those are our only peppers. More broccoli.
So that's asparagus.
This is asparagus from seeds.
Yep.
And then these are 2 grapes from cuttings, black grapes from cuttings. You can see, I don't know, can you see there? Some grapes coming.
Baby grapes. Some little grapes there. Tiny little grapes. There we go.
So that will be going to Hanwell Carnival again. Then on the back here we have another type of cabbage, which is a Portuguese cabbage. I'm not quite sure what happens to that, but we'll find out.
Okay.
There's 4 of them. These are our two outside cucumbers, which are just about to start doing something. And then underneath here,
sage,
variegated sage and purple sage. These are honesty plants.
Oh, I love honesty.
Yeah, so those are honesty again.
Both the plant and the quality.
Some will go to the Hanwell Carnival. These are marigolds, which need to be out.
Yeah.
That's don't know if you remember,
it's a
but
tomato,
it's a
isn't
tomato,
it?
Which there must have been 2 seeds in one thing. Leeks coming up as module sown.
Very tiny. Can't see that from here. Just about see them. So these are leeks. Yeah. Okay. Right.
And then finally we have some chard, rainbow chard, rocket, some more leeks that they can come out. This is our celery that was doing nothing but has now started growing, so I need to separate that.
Good.
We had there's a slug
killed one
to that butternut Waltham.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pot on those 6 today. The reason I did more of those is because we got such bad germination. These are module sown beetroot. And then underneath I've sown some more courgette.
Yeah, they're
Yellow.
just, nothing's coming up in those yet though, are there?
No.
So there's not worth me zooming in there for any reason.
Courgette and fennel.
Yeah.
And some hollyhocks. And some echinacea.
Good.
Great. Oh, and these are the grafts, the apple grafts.
So that's a graft that you did, and then you did another graft there as well. Yeah, and this is the one that the professional did.
Yeah.
And has that taken?
No, but I've wrapped it up in rubber bands.
So you're hoping it might?
I'm hoping it will, because there's a bit of green on it since I did that.
Good. Okay, so is that everything, Paul?
That's everything, really.
Okay.
Oh, and our fig.
And we've got a fig.
We were given a fig tree from cutting.
It seems to be doing quite well.
Yeah.
So a little view from here. I like the view from here, it's very nice. I can hear a plane. Hope they're not going to start taking off over us. I don't think they are. I think they're landing in actual fact. If we zoom in over there, you should see. There we go. That's a landing path to Heathrow. There we go. So that's an update from the plot. And I think we're going to go home and have some breakfast now. And I know Paul's going to come down later and do some more work. So thanks for watching, guys.